These are already started. Price.
Welcome the chief host of this meeting.
No, not welcome now. Yes, it's
I just see you now. Welcome. Distinguished National Caucus members. National Chairman is already in this building, and any moment from now the meeting will kickstart. So welcome you and good evening as the meeting progresses.
He knows why. Liga, why am I going to sue me for it? I cannot be sued. I give me delegate list. My name is there now. Let me give the list.
Sarki.
I get your own.
Don't take their seats. After complaining, press and non members to forget about. His Excellency, Right Honorable Aminu Waziri Tambuwal CFR, the Governor of Wike State.
Thank you very much, Chinwe. Your Excellencies, our two former Vice Presidents, Vice President Atiku Abubakar and Vice President Amadi Sambo, the BOT Chairman, the Chairman, Governors Forum, our leader in the Senate and the leader in the House of Representatives, Excellency Governors and former Governors, former Senate Presidents, and all members of the working committees and other members of the caucus. Let me welcome you to this 41st meeting of the caucus, which is an important organ of our party. I want to appreciate the fact that all of you came in large numbers. Those who couldn't make it sent apologies and gave reasons why they cannot be with us here, but you can see that the representation is very good. It demonstrates the unity that is developing in our party, very strong harmony that we are trying to build in the party. Thank God the new National Working Committee of the party came in through consensus, and we are also in our work trying to build consensus across the party. One of our mission or decisions is to ensure that we revive all the statutory organs of the party that were not actually maybe function as they should have been functioning. And by so doing, bring party leaders together to have a close working relationship to try and resolve whatever problems we have in-house. I'm happy to say that we've started on this note by calling these caucus meetings, which will be followed as our party has prescribed, with the Board of Trustee meetings tomorrow and followed by the NEC meeting. Very serious issues will be discussed in the interest of our party. But I'm happy to say that since we came in spite of the challenges we faced in different areas, which, of course, in a big political party of this nature, it is normal to have challenges. But I'm happy to report to all of you that we have tried to face these challenges squarely. Firstly, to overcome funding difficulties, which I'm happy to say that the party is moving very reasonably forward. To try and produce candidates in states where we are going to have elections, like Ekiti and Osun, in spite of the challenges, with the support of all arms of the party, the governors, the National Assembly, the National Working Committee, and other members of the party, who are able to overcome these challenges. And that also brings me into crisis in other state chapters. We have been able to conduct congresses in a few of our state chapters that they didn't have congresses before. Whatever other problems have arisen for those congresses, we are addressing them, and we hope that by the time we resolve everything, the party will be stronger than it has ever been. I'm happy to say that in the short period we've been in office, we've been able to record a few achievements here and there under our leadership and in cooperation of our leaders, particularly the governors, who were able to do very well in some of the midterm elections that we had. In the FCT, where we had elections with our landlord as the arrowhead of those elections, and ably supported by all party leaders, we were able to do very well. It was the beginning of victory for the party. In other words, the party is back to winning ways. We did very well in the FCT elections by not only winning 44 councillorship elections compared to APC's 18, but we also won the critical local governments of Amag, which is the main Abuja town, Kuje and Buhari. Even though it was alleged we didn't win, I know that we did very well. I believe we won those elections, because you can't win 44 councillors and somebody wins 18 and claim that You have shared 6 local government 3-3. So we are looking into some of these difficulties, into some of the problems that might have arisen from those elections. We also did very well in other midterm elections in Cross River, in Plateau State, in Imo, and in Ondo. If you look at those elections, some we won outright. And even those we didn't win, we performed very well. Perhaps you will say our worst outing was in the Ondo House of Reps elections, but even there, the APC were able to get 25,000 votes, and we got 23,000 votes. That is supposed to be a territory that should be difficult for us. So we are making steady progress, and I believe that with time, we will take over everywhere by way of victory, and we'll come back to what we used to do best in 1999, 2003, and 2007. I'm happy to say that we responded very swiftly when our stolen mandate in Ebonyi, the court was able to make a pronouncement. That very day, we fielded a governor and a deputy governor. We are hoping that, and we are calling on INEC to issue them the certificate of return so that they will be sworn in, because the delay which INEC is delaying in issuing that certificate of return is totally unacceptable. The certified true copy of the judgment has been served on INEC, and INEC should respond accordingly by issuing certificate of return to our candidate, who will now take over as the governor of Ebonyi State. Not only that, since that massive victory, we have had contacts from others who have stolen our money. Reactions have been swift. Some are already declaring that, oh, they didn't join APC. They were not card-carrying members. They only decamped, whatever that means. I've never heard that kind of sophistry, but I'm happy to say that members of the House of Assembly in those states have already started coming back to their party because they were misled. So I think that the party is coming together. Nigerians are happy to see that this party is actually the best organized party in this country. And since the Electoral Act was signed and ANEC came up with their own timetable, the National Working Committee has been working non-stop, round the clock, because there are timelines that we must make sure that we keep to. I believe that the other party doesn't exist. They have 2 chairmen or maybe 3. So we don't even know who among them will sign any documents to INEC. But in our own case, we are very, very much on course. And this meeting is called here to look at our own timetable, to look at our own guidelines, because it is statutory that we would approve guidelines in the various organs of the party and submit those guidelines to INEC. We are determined that we'll keep strictly to those guidelines as part of the short time that is available to us. We have to work hard. We have to keep to these timelines, and we hope that the other party will continue to disintegrate as they have done. We have always told Nigerians that that thing is a contraption, it's not a political party, and we believe sincerely that Nigerians need to come back and back us and give us victory so that we will correct the damage that has been done to this country. We are very sure as a political party that by next year, we will not only win most of the House of Assembly seats and governorship seats, we will win most of the National Assembly seats in both houses, but more importantly, we will have a president who is a PDP president. And we will start on the very important journey of reconstructing our country. Nigerians should not lose hope. We are coming back. We are going to win. we are going to rebuild this country. All the divisions that the APC have created in this country, we will overcome them and rebuild our country to be one of the greatest countries in the world. Thank you, and God bless you all.
The national chairman, indeed the party is returning to its winning ways. Thank you very much, sir. We'll take a few remarks. And
leaders, a very good evening to you all. Mr. Chairman, let me join you in congratulating members of our great party for giving hope once again to the people of this great country. In the face of despondency, in the face of hopelessness, we are seeing rays of hope, and hope, by the grace of God, is returning through the People's Democratic Party in Nigeria. The by-elections, as said by the chairman, have signaled what we shall expect to the glory of God in a matter of a few months. On this note, I appeal that we all, as leaders and members of this great party, must bury our differences and work together harmoniously and send the right signal to Nigerians that yes, we are united and we can work together to rebuild this country. On this note, Mr. Chairman, I welcome each and every one of us to this very important meeting. Thank you very much.
thank you, Your Excellency, for our welcome remarks on behalf of the PDP governors. I invite.
Since the election of the PDP national chairman, Senator Dr. Yota Ayu, and the National Working Committee, NWC, there have been adhering to the PDP constitution as amended. Senator Professor Ayu must be congratulated for working with the BOT, governors, and all other organs of the party.
Leaders present. I want to welcome each and every one of you to this 41st meeting of the National Caucus. And I will bring greetings from the National Assembly and to tell you that our party is alive and well and doing its job in the National Assembly. We have been able to pass the very critical legislation that we need, which is the Electoral Act. And we have also put paid to the attempt to amend an act that was just signed 3 days after its signing. Even though we suffered some setbacks in the constitutional amendment with regard to the gender part of that legislation, we want to also reassure that we are going to have a second look at that, and that has already started in the House of Representatives. We want to reassure everybody that we are all working together, we are very unified, and we want to join each member of our party that since the other party has shot themselves in the foot and even gone to the extent of calling themselves Yahoo people, that it's about time that we continue to on our winning ways, and God willing, we will take over this country again. Amen. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Sir Leader PDP.
Power to the people.
And non-members of Caucus to the part. So that.
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.